don't believe in conspiracy theories. They're just what the government wants you to think. Welcome to Shave&Butcher, and it's Friday! Finally, we're celebrating with a bit of Buffalo Trace, straight bourbon from Kentucky. Went to Kentucky once. Great. I know it's big. I was sort of east. It was nice. It was lovely. Today, we are going to see if PAA and Bruce Wayne has developed his soap base any in the last 5 years or so. So we're comparing the film Canister base, CAD soap, with the CK-6 base, Son of Honeysuckle. Huh? Easy enough. To make it fair, we're using identical knots. These are two Matti Lindholm brushes, both with 24mm Magard synthetic knots. And we're, you'll see what we're shaving with. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And it's going to be messy again, because we have two soaps, two sides to the... That's the difference in size. Pretty big. Yep, camera was shocked too. It fell down too. Why the hell does that happen? Okay. It's all wet now, of course. See if this works. Yeah, we'll see. If it falls down again, I'll pick it up again. But anyway, these are the soaps. They look quite similar, so that hasn't changed much. This place is full, so we're gonna have to put stuff aside and So let's wet the brushes. So Friday finally. I hope you're doing okay. In Europe, it's already party time. Bourbon time. In other parts of the world, Friday is over or just getting started. So brushes are wet, and I'll do left side with this lot. I'm gonna mix those brushes up. I'm sure I will. Okay, so pretty frothy. A lot of bubbles. Wow. Don't think I have too much water, but it'll calm down. But it's almost behaving in a Mitchell Wolfatty way. It's not a super wet brush or anything. Try and not load it too much. Is that too late? That's probably too late. No, dry brush, really dry brush. But you can see what happened to the foam. Interesting. So I won't wet the face, we'll work with that. It's going to be plenty. Now this is 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old, I think, or approximately. So age might have done something to the soap, so it might not be a fair comparison, but it's a fun experiment, you know. What if this is just as good as the other? Then people of the shaving industry will just go, whoa. It doesn't matter what soap base you use, they're all the same. So let's sort of hope that's not the case, shall we? Okay, other side, very dry brush, squeezed out in very much the same way as with the film Canister brush. Yeah, different story. None of the frothiness, so a more of a toothpaste straight away. Overloaded? I shouldn't think so. But approximately the same amount of time, I think. Okay, so we're doing that on that side. Yeah, it looks quite different. And it feels different. Scent is lovely though. More of a toothpaste straight away. From really the same dryness of the brushes. Okay, loaded. Looks a little bit different. Huh? Okay, so now we're gonna build a bit of a lather. Mind you, maybe I got more soap with the filmed canister base. That's now the official name of that soap base, by the way. Just because it is so big. So I'm adding moisture, water to the lather, and then I'll splay the brush a bit and see what happens. Complicated to just lather half the face. This might not even be a good idea. We'll have to see. By the way, do you know why monsters don't eat ghosts? Because they taste like shit. We taste like shit. You should say that with a Lebanese accent or something. Okay, here we go. So we won't measure how big the lather gets, because that's unfair, just in case we had different amounts of soap. So we'll see how the lathers behave, and we'll see, you know, what they look like, what they feel like when you shave, etc. So I'll try and finish this off. Feels like I've done this before. What did I compare the other day? I compared something. Oh, boar and badger brushes, that's right. I can't remember who won. So as a consequence, we're going synthetic. That looks a good lather. Just because this is going to take a little bit longer than usual, we'll paint even more water in. We'll hydrate the living daylight out of this. So I'm just painting in water. That's what I'm doing. Nothing to see, just painting lather onto my face. Yeah, that's really wet. To Mariam, there's going to be a lot of, that's what she says in this one, I'm sure. He likes those. Okay, right side. Trying with the right hand. It's not a very good hand. So we're with the left. Painting in water. Yeah, which looks different because this feels so thin to start with. There's going to be a little bit of a mix of lathers in the middle, obviously. Nothing you can do about that. So just painting it in. A tad more CK-6. One of my better smelling soaps, the Summer Honeysuckle. Another cheers to Marian. It's one of his favorites too. Beautiful scent. I'm a sucker for honeysuckle, the plant. Yeah, working that out, see what happens. Again, we're not going for a big lather, we're going for a good lather, well hydrated. So we'll add some more water. This is only semi-scientific. It's not going to be the ultimate response. You know, to really compare two soaps to each other, you want to do it in an organized fashion over time with different brushes, different types of lathers, different razors. You want to keep notes. And I know some of you guys out there, you actually do that, and report it to the community, which, you know, we thank you for that. Wick sexto blade with a Kismet blade in it. So we'll use that on both sides and see what happens. And typically with, you know, decent quality soaps, and especially with a wick or something with a really keen edge, the shaving experience is not all that different between different soaps. Maybe it's my poor analytical skills, but that's what I feel. So, but it's other things you have to look for, like this stuff, how it behaves, how it feels when you lather it, how it feels afterwards. Because all you need is a bit of glide, right? And you get that from a well-built lather with almost any soap. Geez, you get a good glide with Williams, where I can't even build a lather. But it's still slick. You know, I shaved with butter, I shaved with washing up liquid, I've shaved with a lot of different stuff, and soap is better. But between soaps and glide, most soaps are slick. That's a very broad and general statement, obviously. But I find that to be true. You need a decent lather, properly hydrated, and a decent soap base to start with. But you know, this, for example, feels very similar. It's a bit drier, but that's me. Should have hydrated a little bit more, because that's not even coming off. But anyway, the real test in anything is the second pass. So I was supposed to be in the office today. It's office week. We still alternate, but the recommendation from the authorities in my region is to not go into the office but work from home. That's happening all over the place now, so it's not forbidden, because we still don't have a lot of laws, but there are strong recommendations which people here tend to follow because we're brought up that way. Good shave on both sides. Try and see if there's a difference in the feeling between the passes. Not really. Yeah, super slick, sort of semi-residual slickness, whatever you call it. Get some more soap off. Some people rinse off properly between passes, some people don't at all. I do it a little bit, and I like to add more moisture between the passes. So, okay, so here we are, the two soap bases. Pretty sure I have more soap in this one than this one. So, second pass, beautifully hydrated. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, and the other side. I wonder if I should add water to this one. You know, I will, just so little, so little it's ridiculous. But just to make sure it's even Steven. Okay, Paso Doe with a wick 6 blade, Kismet blade. Yeah, so it's sort of lockdown time. Again, voluntary, but I think we're gonna, at least in my family, keep the hell in quite a bit. Because you know, because we had the worst 3 days in terms of everything. Well, not death, but cases and so forth since the beginning. 3 days in a row. So it's testing, of course, but it's getting pretty bad. We don't want to talk about that. Screw that. We're inside, we're shaving, having a bourbon after a month of not drinking. That's so good, I may have to celebrate with a second glass of bourbon. Wow, this is some fantastic stuff. Without a doubt, a brilliant lather. Now, can you compare two soaps just in one shave? No, you can't. But it's my third shave with the cease and desist soap, or the Canister base, and it's my 25th shave with the CK-6 base. So that's a soap I know fairly well. And it's clear both are very good soaps. No, what am I doing? I'm genuinely thinking about something completely different, and I'm not even going to tell you what it was. Okay, here we go. Felt like, shouldn't the lip be the? Of course. Okay. Second pass. Because literally nothing happened. No damage, no whisker was damaged in the shooting of that scene. It's just lovely to shave with this razor, with these soaps, these brushes. Okay, it's Friday, so I'm slightly more happy than usual, but it's a joy to use good products, it really is. What did I do here? Did I shave? God, I can't even remember what did I do there? Did I shaved the wrong way? Sure feels like it. God, what a cock up. Okay. I should take a pause and go back and check. Okay, God, it's a good thing this is probably the least serious shaving channel out there, so no one's really expecting anything anyway. Most people turned off. yeah, well, if I didn't shave the wrong way, i.e. with the grain on this side, then I did a pretty horrific job. Okay, well, some sides have been shaved many a time. God. This is where you should concentrate when you shave. Well, at the end of the day, the end result is usually pretty okay. Yeah, well, I haven't done this before today, have I? But I did yesterday and the day before, and the shaves can sort of blend together. Done. Voila. That's it. That's what we're going with. Okay, let's see what it feels like. A little weeper there. See what it feels like. See if we feel any difference. You know, I should do this with a lot of soaps. I should just pick 2 soaps, do 2 sides, and see if there's any damn difference. Sacrilege. I know I said there's basically, as long as it's slick, it's slick. This is some serious slickness on the film canister base. Serious. Wow. So the soap is almost gone. And I feel good. Yeah, I do. I really feel good. I haven't checked out the ingredients on them. Maybe we can't. Can you read it on this one? It's potassium stearate is number 1. It is here as well. And then glycerin and the CK-6, potassium cocaate, water, potassium, sodium, some shea stuff, some castor stuff, sodium stearate, potassium stearate, of course, cocaine. This is good television. This castor, there's coconut, kokum seed, yeah. Okay. From that, I can't read what the damn difference would be. There's a lot of the same stuff in it. A lot of the same stuff. Feels good, you know. The shave in terms of what the lather needs to do to remove whiskers is all the same. That's me. In terms of how it feels now after 2 minutes, feels good. Feels good. I sincerely doubt I'm going to feel a difference. If anything, I sort of enjoyed that lather more, but it could be, as I said, that I had more of it than of the CK-6. Both were just fine. I'm going to put on some balm. Cigo balm from Singarian Man. It's the pump that doesn't work. I'm trying to tease Heather into giving me a new one. She just keeps saying, well, you shouldn't have broken it. Yeah, this feels good. You don't know until 20-30 minutes afterward if there's a difference in the post-shave feel. But I'm putting balm on anyway because I always do. So interesting. I'm not surprised. I could use both of these. I'm really not the guy to do this kind of test. It should be someone who does take notes and does do the testing with different brushes and different times of the day and Thursday mornings and Wednesday evenings and sees if there is any difference. But in terms of experience and what that felt like, and I did have identical knots in the brushes, just very good, you know. And if that had been a blind test, sort of, with scentless soaps, and a gun was put to my head and I had to choose one today, I would have picked the film Canister. That's not to say it's better, but today it was just as good. Okay. I'm going to celebrate the fact that I drink bourbon with another bourbon, so it's a good idea. It's a bit of a genius idea, isn't it? I hope you enjoy your Friday evenings. I hope you enjoy your weekends. I hope you stay healthy wherever you are. I'll see you soon, and until then, stay sharp.